right. Well, good evening. I don't know what the date is, but I'm gonna guess that it's like the 21st. 21st?
Very
Yes.
All
good.
right.
Very
Yesterday was
good.
420.
Oh, oh,
Never mind.
oh.
Big day for you, huh?
It's exciting.
She did say that she loves Jamaica Mon.
Wow. Wow. Well, welcome to the most interesting show on the web, powered by the neosoulcypher.com. I have actually never, believe it or not, never tried marijuana. Not one time. Not a single pull.
Yep, yep. And I'm gonna actually concur. Neither have I, and I actually feel good about it. I feel
You
good about
haven't?
I have it, and I just don't smoke. Period. But I feel good about it because last night I was watching the Versus with Method Man and Redman, and of course, it's a 420 Versus, so you know what the theme was. But their DJ Scratch, said that he never has either. So I felt legit. If DJ Scratch has it, then it's all good.
Okay. Okay. See, it's different that I haven't. I'm surprised you haven't.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Do tell why.
Wow, yeah.
They're trying to set me up to say something.
I want to hear.
I just assumed that from a cultural standpoint, Ray had tried it at least once.
Cultural standpoint.
That's from the culture. Okay.
That's all. That's all of it.
I was actually an adult. I was an adult.
Oh, well, maybe you were.
Never mind. I was an adult when I first tried
it. Was like 8 minutes ago, right?
I didn't say. I was in a lot of pain today. It's raining, boys and girls. It's the pain.
Well,
that's right.
Derek Chauvin's going to jail.
Oh my God! Thank God.
Big day. Possibly a big day in history. We'll see.
It does remain to be seen. Because it could be the precursor of a completely different way of policing, but it does remain to be seen.
It's a shame that we have to celebrate something that was so obvious.
Well, I contend, I should say, that I am not celebrating it. I am definitely, happy about it, but I can't say I can celebrate it because it's just accountability. You should not celebrate accountability.
Right.
Those who are paid from our tax dollars to protect and serve should do exactly that, not the opposite, and should be held accountable accordingly.
That would be nice. Maybe this is a step in the right direction. We'll see.
Yeah.
But then, of course, there was another shooting of a teenager today.
It was actually yesterday. It was actually
it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it was actually right before or right after
before the
verdict was read. Yeah.
Right before the verdict. So
yeah, you
celebrate, but then you can't.
Yeah, one step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah,
but we for somebody like me that's probably been pulled over 100 times or more, and have sued a police department for putting a gun to my head.
Excuse me.
Been dragged out of cars for that. Yesterday kind of I not made it worth it, but
it vindicates you a little bit.
Felt good a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's the story for most of us. For me to say I've been pulled over at least 100 times, brothers are never surprised when I say that, because we've all been pulled over at least 100 times.
Yeah.
Where the lead-off question is, "Hey, where you coming from? Where you going? Who'd you know over there?" Not license and registration.
I've always like, "What's your job? What do you what do you do?
Is this your car? Is this your car?"
You know what's really funny about this is that I have a friend who was white, and he was pulled over, had cocaine in his car, and they go, "What do you do for a living?" He had a good job. Guess what happened to him? Nothing.
Exactly.
But at least he was aware enough. He used his privilege. However, he was aware enough to say, "You know what? What does that mean for people who don't have a job like I do?" Right. He didn't break it down to race. He broke it down to poverty or what have you, or quote unquote
Yeah.
successful people or what have you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is what it is, guys.
Yeah, this is America, and I do pray though that this is definitely an advance in the right direction, and we have to continue as a community, as a country, as a united country, hopefully, moving forward on this issue, so that we don't take 2 steps back. Honestly, it's really important that we not do that.
It's just so funny. United we stand, divided we fall. Did they ever think about that?
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you even think? What is it? What do you even think that means?
yeah,
Well,
Mm.
maybe one day places like the NFL and all of these other entities will look up what the third verse of that national anthem is that's not sang, and maybe they'll realize why we don't want to be a part of that.
yeah.
But that's a discussion for another day.
Indeed,
Mm.
indeed.
We get to leave the United States this evening.
Yes,
Because music is
indeed.
magic. Let's talk music.
And where are we going, Ray?
And we're going across the Atlantic. And we're not just going, I mean, because we've been across the Atlantic a couple times already, but we're going someplace new in Europe this time. We're going to the Netherlands.
Ooh.
Yes, we are. Speaking of 420,
The land of coffee houses. I might say I've been there.
goodness.
Been to the Netherlands, yes.
So you have, I haven't.
I have.
She seems to be very proud of herself for that.
I was touring different countries. I should be very proud.
Of course. And we have a tremendous guest who's going to join us tonight. She is a singer of incredible proportions, so we're really happy to have her with us. And she's got an incredible sound, neo soul sound, very soulful sound. But she resides in the Netherlands, and so we're gonna happy to have Rebekka join us very shortly.
And the Netherlands, so that can Rebekka hear us, or
She can hear us. Yes,
because we do our research here on the neosoulcypher.com show. So Dutchmen are the world's tallest people.
Aha.
Did you guys know that?
I did not.
I did not know this. I thought Swedes were like the tallest men and women, but you got me on that one.
They are the world's biggest flower exporter.
Okay.
They have over 1,200 bridges.
Oh my.
It's interesting stuff.
It is. But I feel like we have to bring in Rebekka to verify your points, though.
That was cool, Q.
Then I'll give you 2 more before we bring her in.
Okay.
He did his homework.
Okay.
1/3 of the Netherlands is under sea level.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yes. And they were the first country to legalize same-sex marriage.
Wow. I could believe that.
Cool.
Yep.
I could definitely believe that. Yeah.
Yep. See, just I'm sure Rebekka's smiling in the back, like, oh, this guy, he's not just some guy with a scruffy beard and a hat.
He's smart. He is pretty.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Well, like as we said, we're very happy to have Rebekka join us, and we're going to bring her in to our wonderful discussion right now. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, Rebekka. How are you?
Good morning, right here from Amsterdam.
Nice.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
I'm great. I'm happy to be here to join the show. So thanks for having me. I honestly only hear 2 persons. Is that correct on the show?
Yeah.
3.
There's 3 of us.
Because I was listening to the.
Okay.
I hear Ray, Regina, and
Quash.
So,
do you not hear Quash?
Did you miss all my fun facts?
not right now.
Oh.
Can you not hear?
Yeah.
Ungodly.
Okay. Yes, I hear.
You hear him now? Okay.
Are you
I
able
think
to hear me, Rebekka?
But I don't.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What did
Okay,
Just so
I
that
was
everyone
doing my
knows.
Well,
homework.
So that everyone knows. So because this is such a long distance that we have going on here, there is a slight delay. So that is going to there is going to be a slight delay because you think about it, this signal is going underneath the Atlantic and then above the Atlantic and all that kind of stuff. So that's it is a marvel of technology, but it is the reality of our distance. But do you hear Quash? Make sure she hears you now.
Rebekka, can you hear me?
Did you not hear him just then, Rebekka?
no, not yet.
Wow. I wonder why
I
is
heard
that
him
happening?
in the. I have
Interesting.
no idea.
All that
Interesting.
homework I did.
It was
He-
great. It was great, Q-Man.
he's
I really tried.
Regina, I do hear. Yeah.
Yeah, we always do.
Shut up. That's
so he's making some really funny jokes right now, Rebekka. So I'm sorry that you cannot hear
Yeah,
him.
I heard half of. Well, I heard half of the conversation about tall people, like the Swedish people and the
Okay.
Dutch
Okay.
are
Okay.
which. But other than
Other
other
than
than that,
that,
I tried to follow what's happening.
Oh man,
So
I might have a night off, Ray.
it was
no, but
great.
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna like so all your questions you're gonna have to give to us, Quash,
Okay.
and then we will relay them to Rebekka. But we have to we're gonna give you attribution, Quash. We'll make sure that she knows that it's coming from you. So this will be a very unique show from that perspective.
Okay.
All right.
Aw.
exactly.
So, what's your first question, Quas? Because we'll let you go first because we know that you're.
Oh, I was going to initially ask because she came from a musical family. So I was going to ask, was it seeing her mom and dad doing their thing that made her want to do it? Or was it more of a, I have no choice? They're so talented, I have to also do it.
Okay, Rebekka, Quash has a very interesting question for you. He's posing the question as to the roots of your motivation to become involved in music. Is it coming directly from your family? It seems that you have a musical family. Your parents are both involved in music, and so the question essentially is: did you feel
Exactly.
did you feel compelled because of that, or was this more of an independent? Urge on your part to also be involved in music?
Yes. Well, it always has been a natural part of my life as long as I can remember. But of course, you at some point in your growing up, you start to think like, do I want to go in that direction? Do I really want to make it a serious career? But before that, a lot has happened. Of course, I've always been involved in bands, in choirs as a teenager, as a kid, actually, as a young girl, and I actually studied classical and jazz flute, and my parents always wanted me to go to conservatory and study, to perform an instrument or to
Sure.
continue with the flute. But I actually felt the most close to singing, and it was actually before I went to the conservatory to study singing. I already was kind of accepted or adapted in the music scene in Amsterdam. So I was doing a lot of backing vocals for different artists and touring and recording with like hip hop acts and R&B bands. Well, I mean, you probably don't know them, but yeah. So I was already quite active in the scene, but then still to really become a solo artist was a very conscious decision, of course, to conscience, but still organically I grew into that position.
Sure.
So it wasn't like, okay, I want to be the front singer, but I grew into that as a
So what was it that made you hesitate?
I hope you.
So what was it that made you hesitate whether or not you wanted it as a career? Was it another interest or something about music or touring?
No, music was always like how can I say this? When growing up, I never had to really think about it. It was always I was always surrounded by music. I was always doing music, performing, but to be really writing my own material, that was that's a huge thing, of course. The question was why I was hesitant. It wasn't necessarily hesitation, but well, now I sound hesitant. It's also about it was also like I was involved in different bands, but I had to find the right people to do the things that I was completely
inspired to do,
happy with.
No, absolutely.
Inspired to do, yes, exactly.
Right.
So it wasn't necessarily for me to sorry.
So how does your family feel about your career? What do they think about your career?
They are very supportive. They are, but it's not necessarily that they think I'm very special. Well, because everybody in my family is everybody is able to play an instrument or sing.
Okay.
But they're quite down to earth, you know. They come both from musical families, and they keep me grounded. They keep me grounded. But there will always be, if they can, they will be at a show, or they will, of course, promote me. But in the end, it's good to be independent from family or friends, you know, to believe in yourself, no matter what the opinions are.
Sure, absolutely. Quash, I want to make sure I'm doing my job. If you have something else, I will.
Of course I do. I was actually typing it in the chat when you said that, so I'll just say it instead.
Okay.
My question is, Rebekka is inspired by 60s, 70s music, which we all know is the good stuff. What artists from that period does she draw that inspiration from?
All right. So Q wants to know, in light of the fact that you were inspired by 60s and 70s music, which he calls the good stuff. Which specific artist are you drawing that inspiration from?
Yes, if we're talking about that era, or that the 60s, 70s, it's of course Motown music.
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway, Steve. It's so sad I cannot hear him.
I know.
I cannot hear his jokes.
I know.
Earth, Wind & Fire.
Oh, okay.
He's going wild.
What is Make sure it's.
So you know, Rebekka, you know the good thing about this.
But also, yeah.
I was going to say, the good thing about this is that although you cannot hear him now, you will be able to hear and see him after this is over. You'll be able to see the broadcast after and then you'll be able to enjoy all the different sounds and wonderful things that he's doing right now. It's pretty
now I'm just imagining how.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Earth, Wind & Fire, the Meters, James Brown, but that of course is all the soul and funk. But also the Beatles,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have so it's quite of a. We even listen to country music at home because that,
Okay.
of course, the harmonies and I'm used to singing a lot of harmonies and singing together with other people. So that is always you will always hear that and find that in my music as well.
Very
Harmonies and lots of vocal blending.
Cool. Excellent.
But
Excellent.
I miss nowadays. I really miss bands like for instance, Earth, Wind and Fire, or those are
such incredible. I mean, just the harmony.
Natural. Yeah.
Yeah. We Go ahead, Regina.
So then your playlist is like a potpourri of music, different kinds of genres of music.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly. It's very eclectic, soul, jazz, and of course, I didn't mention the jazz singers yet, which I'm inspired by, like Dinah Washington, Ella Fitzgerald. So you can hear like the older the legends, and also new, like Robert Glasper, for instance, like the contemporary artists. Roy Hargrove is also one of my inspirations. D'Angelo. So it's too many to mention.
I went out on a date with him.
It's always the question, like, what are you inspired? Yeah. With who?
I went out on a date with Roy Hargrove. I met him at the North Sea Jazz Fest, and I saw your video of you playing the North Sea. Shut up, Q-Band. Shut up.
Wow.
Ray would fire me.
I'm
not going to say it.
Yes, and I saw your video of playing the North Sea Jazz Fest. You're so comfortable, so smooth. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just one date, huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much. He's visited Holland quite a lot.
You really light up
amazing.
when you talk about that one date.
And he always, he's a musician that always wants to play with, no matter if you're well known or not, with the young generation. He always goes to jam sessions after the North Sea Jazz Festival. So that's always amazing to see.
He's sort of
that he's not above other people. He was not.
I was just thinking. I was like, I don't
very
think he's
humble
with us anymore. I don't think he's with us
anymore.
No,
he's not. He's
okay. I didn't think so. Okay,
he passed away a few years ago. Yeah. But
okay.
I mean, he left his mark on the earth.
Absolutely.
So, But you went to the North Sea Jazz Festival, Regina.
I was stationed in Germany, and that's when I went to the Netherlands. So I was in the army there, and that's when I traveled to the Netherlands. So I really didn't get to partake in the coffee houses because I was a soldier. So I need to go back now. So I need to go back. But that was one of the North Sea Jazz Festival was one of the most amazing times.
Wow. Very vibrant, very
yes.
Yeah, but this year it won't happen yet. So hopefully next year. You should come visit. It's July. It's always
July.
The second weekend of July. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe not this year.
Time.
But Regina next year sounds like
2022, hopefully.
I'd be so there.
Come over. Yeah. I'll show you around. Yeah, we had amazing times.
I'm going to take you up on that now. It's going to be like, hello. I'll be there.
Let me know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We can go to the seaside. Is beautiful.
Girl, I'll go anywhere. Yeah, I'll be there.
The after parties.
Me too.
Oh, nah.
And I should come visit you all.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, we have a vibrant music scene here, so it'd be great to have you join all the different kind of areas that we have around the country, and all the different music.
I would love that.
Hubs that are out there, so it's good stuff, real good stuff. Now, before we get to
festivals already happening.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because we're going to be organizing a festival that we're going to have that's going to be kind of live here, and it's going to be a hybrid where we're going to have folks joining us remotely as well. So, you know, if by some chance, you know, we can get you involved in some way, we'd love to have you, either if you want to come on over or if, you know, we bring you in from a virtual standpoint. So we're excited about it. That's actually one of the things we were going to mention a little bit later. Yeah. Absolutely. So we're excited about it.
That's amazing. Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for the invitation.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, but before we get too far, we want to make sure that folks get to hear your music. And so we're going to start with a track called Keep Rising. So here we go.
Enjoy. I know I see him.
Can we hear it?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. I was on mute. I was trying to text you to let you know that we couldn't hear it.
Okay. Let me try something else here. We'll start it back over. Just give me a second. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start it back over. Give me a sec. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're starting it back over. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
With no despair, it's time to share. Nothing more to hide. So mystified, eyes open wide. Now side by side, make up my mind today. No more turning back. All fear has gone away. On the other side, I'll see you. Where the river flows is freedom. Infinitely new horizons. Watching over rise, keep rising. Come take my hand, there's a master plan. Now I understand the promised land. Build upon the rock, walk a different walk. Eyes open wide, side by side. Make up my mind today. No more turning back. All fear has gone away. On the other side, I'll see you. Where the river flows is freedom. Infinitely new horizons. Watching over rise, keep rising. on the side. Do, do, watching over us. On the other side, I'll see you. Where the river flows is freedom. Infinitely new horizon. Watching over us rising.
Wow.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
That is a
Thanks so much.
great track. It really is.
Yes.
So Rebekka can see me now.
Thanks so much. That was my latest single. Finally. Yes.
Oh, you hear me?
And I can hear you. So
now we're talking. No one should be
now you can join the show.
There we go. There we go. Now the show begins.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
Really?
Yeah. Now we're getting started. It was kind of an awkward conversation.
Okay.
But I heard you making jokes about the 420, the Amsterdam.
Yes. And Regina's one date where she was clearly trying to get her career off the ground. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to jump right in while you can hear me. And what I wanted to ask you was, you studied jazz at the Conservatory of Amsterdam. How difficult was it to leave that program in order to follow your own path and chase your dream?
Whew, yeah, great question. To be honest, I got quite a lot of criticism during conservatory. I think that's what they're there for, to criticize. No, there were quite a few really good teachers there, inspiring teachers, and also the master classes. We had Bobby McFerrin, we had Diane Reese, for instance, or some really amazing musicians for in the program. But they always thought my main teacher, she thought I had a very difficult voice, and so at some point I started to believe my voice had problems. So I had to be, something else that I wasn't. So that in itself was already something I had to get rid of that idea, and to start believing in myself again. And I felt during that time, maybe the third year, I felt a bit locked in kind of in this system. Because in the beginning, it's amazing. You're all the time, surrounded by your co-musicians, your co-students. You study from morning till evening and rehearsing, but you're also in some kind of bubble. And when you're finished, you have to make it work. You have to really, go out there and make a career. And the business part of the whole, your whole career, we don't learn so much of that. So that is something you have to find out yourself. And what I also saw or noticed is that a lot of our classmates, or how do you say it? Classmates, or even school mates. A lot of them didn't really establish a career or didn't follow through with music, and that's actually a bit sad. It is, of course, very tough. It is tough, and Holland is very small. But it's not for everyone to really go for that dream and to really have something of your own.
So it was classical
so
music? It was classical?
That was jazz,
Correct.
but we had also classical. Yeah. We also had classical lessons, but it was
classical.
That's even more.
It has a way of
breaking
you. Classical training, if you do it, of course, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
But it breaks you. It steals your soul. any kind of soul that you have in your voice or what have you, you could take classical lessons and it's all gone. But when it comes to breathing and what, yeah, it's amazing. But it will, and it's so critical. And yeah, it is. It's just heartbreaking. I did it for like a semester. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm like, this is god awful. This is god awful.
You did. But you started. Oh wow! But you studied singing as well.
It
Regina.
wasn't that it wasn't for, it stole my soul to when I got on stage doing like back then top 40 or something like this, and it wasn't pretty. It just wasn't pretty. Reggie, I think you came. Ray, I think you came out of her. It was
so hard,
and I'm like, oh, like, what is that? What is that? So yes, I understand that, sweetheart. Yeah.
Well, I admire those singers, but it's. I hear what you're saying. You sometimes it feels kind of very cleanish. What's the English word? Very,
cliche?
Like from the brain, you know, and not from the heart. The classical singing is really not all of them, of course. I cannot judge, but honestly, for me, it was at some point. I didn't lose my soul, of course, but it was kind of too much in my thoughts, and like, oh, I have to reach that perfect note and I have to breathe well and everything. Yep. But I mean, conservatory was good, and I learned a lot, definitely. But I learned more from my co-students and the master classes and just going to jam sessions. There was it's kind of a lifestyle which also inspired me. But after that, you really have to find your own path and keep going. And we as a band, we built very slowly. So before conservatory, I was doing music always, you know. So it wasn't like, okay, now I have to make it, or you know, something like that. I just started writing my own music and playing jazz festivals and recording. So
And then
I hope I answered your question.
Of course you did.
Is he still there?
Tell us about Travel Light and the success from it.
And the
success that you have had
Travel
Light. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always, it's like 7 years ago already. It was also released on a label in Japan, in Tokyo. And what I see now is that people now discover it because of my latest music I released. So it's starting to be
reissued, or
my English, oh my goodness.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We can't think of the word either.
It was
re-released.
Or just
I think of the word.
It was re-released, but people are rediscovering.
Yep.
So we did it. In the beginning, we released it by ourselves, and later on, it got re-released on a label in Tokyo.
Okay.
And so, I also want to involve the Asian market more.
Good.
But I mean, we get great responses, and we still love to play the songs, even though they're some are very old already, but it still has this fresh sound to it. And the musicians, they love to improvise a lot. They're really, they're also jazz musicians, so we can flip a whole song to something completely different. And we have hip hop, broken beat,
nice.
different styles. But there will always be this old school, you know, with Rhodes and everything, sound in it.
Absolutely.
But I hope people will still like the new listeners, they will get into Travel Light.
Excellent.
Are you going to play the flute for us?
Really, still proud of that.
I want to hear the flute.
Sorry?
I want to hear the flute.
The flute?
Yes.
I actually don't know where it is. No, I do want to record flute. Yeah. Well, flute is an amazing instrument. There's one singer in I think she's in LA. I'm not sure, but
Lizzo.
she played with
Lizzo plays the flute.
No, with who?
She's very talented. Lizzo.
What's her name? Elena. Yeah. Elena. She played with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, really?
Kendrick
Okay.
Lamar, I think. Yeah, but she's a singer and a flute player, and then I actually feel a bit sorry I didn't continue studying, but I could still do it.
Yeah,
I might record it.
Good.
But there's on my new single there's a saxophone player, Susanna Alt, and she also plays flute, and she recorded some great arrangements to my my track. So you'll hear flute in the end.
Yay!
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful instrument.
So is Be All Right? Is that your latest single?
Keep Rising is my latest single.
Oh, Keep
Before
Rising
that
is
it was
latest.
Be All
Okay.
Right.
Before, okay,
And I
all
think
right.
you're gonna play that one.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
How did you guess?
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and roll right into to Be All Right, and then we're gonna ask you a bit about that particular track and some other things. All right, here we go with Be All Right, everyone.
Okay.
Moving between mind and soul. Consciously seeking. Do you know what you're searching for? Sensitive being, floating between mind and soul. Consciously seeking. Do we know what we're longing for? We strive, we love, we learn, live side by side. You and I. If only we could see that we are one, dark and light. We strive, we love, we learn, live side by side. You and I. If only we could see that we are one, dark and light. A feeling of desolation, moving from isolation. One glimpse of the moon will be alright. 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 We strive, we love, we learn, live side by side. You and I. If only we could see that we are one, dark and light. Passionate being, moving between mind and soul. anxiously sleeping. Do you know what you're fighting for?
Yeah,
That's a good song.
that's a great song.
The vocals and the music too. The
Mhm.
Thank
music is
you.
great, man.
Glad you
Wow,
Very well
enjoyed it.
done.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Very well done. Very well done. Now, in terms
Thank
of
you. The drummer, thank you so much. Yeah.
now, who arranges and produces you?
It's mainly me and my bass player producer, Glenn Gaddam Jr. If you have the time, please check him out. He's a wonderful musician and very multi-talented. He does most of the he does actually all of the production together with me. So we arrange the song, all the songs, but we record with the different musicians. So that's Jamie Pete on drums. And some amazing musicians from the Netherlands. Yeah.
And the bass line was
Glenn also played with Frank McCall. Yeah. He's wonderful, and he's recording his own music as well. It's very that
was great.
very inspiring to work with.
Very
nice.
nice.
You guys gelled.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, are you guys performing now? I mean, what is it like there in light of the pandemic? Is there ability to perform yet, or is it still virtual?
It's most of it is virtual. So we have like, for instance, Bimhuis is a quite well-known jazz venue, Paradiso as well. They do live streams still, and I heard they're gonna do, hopefully from May, June, they're gonna do for small audiences like 20, 30 people, which can be fun, of course, always.
Right.
And then probably you have to test before that, because the vaccination, everything is going very slow. So we're basically still on a lockdown. To keep it positive, I mean, there's still a lot. Yeah, there's still a lot happening, and musicians, they have more time to connect with each other and go in the studio. So that's wonderful to see. You get a different kind of way of working together. But hopefully, end of this year, we can do some more touring and playing. But we really miss it. I really miss it. I do some live streams, but and this is amazing to connect with you. Probably, I mean, we'll probably do more of these. So that is it's awesome to be connected international during this time, to keep the spirit high, you know.
Absolutely.
Or else it's quite tough.
Yeah.
And so that's Europe, Holland right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there eventually.
But invite us over, please.
You already have the invitation.
We'll get there.
Come on over.
Sure.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Come hang out.
Absolutely.
When we do.
So, it's interesting because you know.
But everything's open. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Everything's open. What were you saying?
In the States, like where or it's still.
Well, yeah, it depends on where, but in states like Texas, which is where I reside, it is a free for all. So everything is open. There are no restrictions. Except you do have to wear masks. I mean, pretty much every place requires that you wear a mask, but it's not a law that you have to wear masks now. It's just that the respective venues and businesses. So it's a little dicey. But granted, the vaccine rate is a little higher here probably, but nonetheless, it still can be pretty scary.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They just, like, our school just went back, and there's already a positive case, a student.
Of course.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, where?
Uh-oh.
Where's Rebekka?
Uh-oh.
Rebekka?
She's back.
I was frightened.
Yeah.
I think we're all
Oh,
Yeah.
some strange things happening, but
Indeed. But again, I still
great
marvel
show, by the
at
way.
the power of our technology to be able to connect with you, and just so that everyone gets to hear what time is it there?
Yes.
Because we want to give her props for staying up with us. So what time?
It's bedtime.
it's bedtime.
It's almost 4 a.m.
It's old dog 30.
But I'm used to it. We're musicians, so 4 a.m. Yeah,
Oh
but I
my
took a little nap,
Yeah.
especially for this. Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, well, we appreciate you staying up with
that's
us,
life.
Rebekka.
No,
And,
I'm really happy. Of course.
We'll really appreciate it, and we look forward to keeping in touch with you. We'll keep you abreast of all that's happening with the music fest that we're going to be doing, and if there are other opportunities that we think are right for you, we'll try to share them with you as well, and make sure that everybody gets to hear what you're doing. So
Yes.
yeah, you've got a lot of talent there, and we really truly appreciate you.
And I'm following you on
Same
Instagram.
here. Thanks so much, Ray, Regina, Quash. Yes, please do.
All right.
I'm really happy to be connected with you and to hear how your side of the world is. So
Absolutely.
let's
when this is over, we're coming over.
Keep
when
the
this
good
COVID
thing going.
when this COVID thing is over, we're so there.
The Neo Soul Cypher.
Yes.
Tour. Neo Soul Cypher tour. We're gonna go across Europe and all that good stuff.
Can't wait.
Yeah. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Definitely.
Thank you, Rebekka. We look forward
keep safe, everyone.
Absolutely.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Look forward
we appreciate you staying up with us.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Take care.
All right.
What a great guest.
Yeah.
Yes. Another great guest.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
I'm always amazed at Europeans, all the different languages that they're speaking, and just how limited we are comparatively, because it's obvious that English is not her first, but she's so good at it. Nonetheless. And us going over there, man, we'd be restricted. I know I would be. So.
Wow. Ray, every week I want to ask you, are you able to end the show without us leaving? Are you ever able? Because I know how you can start the live once we're all on, and then you hit it and we're live. And then at the end of the show, we kind of all click off. But are you able to stop the live without us clicking off?
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
I was always curious about that.
No, absolutely. We could do it. We could do it that way. No doubt about it.
So one date, Regina, you were saying?
With Roy Hargrove. Yes, it's a long story. It was
I don't think it's a long story.
I had a boyfriend at the time. Oh, I wish. It's really funny because he met me at the North, and he singled me out at the North Sea Jazz Festival, and then he was living in New York, and so when I went on a date with him, it was actually in New York. Yeah, how stupid was I?
Ray, can I ask,
so
or should I just move on? Don't ask.
I don't think we want to go.
Okay, all right.
No,
it's just
no.
It's just great. But I'm just glad that we get to hear a little bit of history and because Mr. Hargrove was truly a legend. So
absolutely,
and I was such a good girl.
As always. You're my cousin.
Right, right, Q.
That's my cousin. Oh my goodness. Hey, I would be remiss though. I gotta let everyone know before we get off that we've got a lot of great content on neosoulcypher.com right now. We are brimming with some really good and exciting content. We've got a couple of artists of the week this week. So we don't have one, but we got two. We got a great article up on Maxwell and what he's meant to the neo soul movement and soul music in general. And our boy Trip did a great job on that article. Plus, he did a mix to go along with it. So he mixed some Maxwell songs, and so if you click on that link, you can hear the SoundCloud mix, and it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. So I really encourage everyone to check out the Maxwell article. And then I had the pleasure of doing an article as well, and just excited because it's part of a kind of a series that we're doing. And this particular week, we had an opportunity to focus. We did the Jungle Brothers a couple of weeks ago. We did Black Sheep the week before that, and now we had a wonderful opportunity to focus on another member of the native tongue family. And so we got that up, and we're excited about that. And next week, we're actually going to do a Tribe Called Quest as well. And so we're gonna complete the whole native tongue thing.
Are you gonna do 2 in a room?
What's that?
Are you gonna get to 2 in a room?
2 in a room. I'm not following you on that.
You don't remember them? Wiggle it just a little bit.
I missed that one. No, yeah, I do 2 in a room. That is the name of a group.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me on that one.
I used to play basketball with them. That's why I remember them so well.
Okay.
But they had a hit. One.
All right. Okay.
They had one hit.
Hey.
One's better than none.
Hey, it's it'd be cool to actually have someone who had a one-hit wonder on the show at some point. That would be really cool.
Do people like to be famous for that though?
I'm not sure. It would be interesting to see what they say. It would be very interesting.
That's just a label that listeners put on them. You have a success with a song, good for you, doggone it.
Most
right. People don't.
That's right. That actually makes me think of that song that's on the commercial, the Geico commercial now.
There it is.
Whoop, whoop, there it is.
I love that commercial. It's my favorite.
And the reality is that may have been their one and only hit, but it's not a bad thing. Come on.
Right.
They're still eating off of that hit.
They are. They sure are.
So as an author, is it the same thing with writing though? Would someone say you had one good novel and
it's tough because you can be a local hit, where you can sell 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 copies of a book. It doesn't mean anything. All your people will still buy your book, but it's hard to make it onto that national spectrum. So,
but it's still success though, right?
Well,
yeah, I guess so.
It is. I mean,
it's more success.
It's my whole thing. It's still success because it's more than other writers who've never had that.
True.
So you can't complain. You can't complain about that. That's good stuff. So again, I want to reiterate. Check out the wonderful content we have. We've got Maxwell. We got De La Soul that's up there as well. And we've got some really good stuff coming up, and we've got some great mixes that if you go on to the site, you'll get to check out those mixes as well. And so we've got a new lifestyle article on doing cardio at your home in light of all that's happening with COVID right now. And so good stuff, and we're excited about having it. But we do, again, want to thank Rebekka for joining us and getting up and staying up. My God, to all sorts of times in the morning. So we appreciate you. And so who do we have next week, Regina?
Nanisi?
That's right. That's right.
In your face, Q. In your face.
Yeah.
He's always waiting for me to fail. It's unnerving. It is really unnerving.
That is not true. I want success for you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna claim it that she's the next Lauryn Hill.
What?
I'm gonna claim it. I'm gonna claim it. I'm gonna claim it.
Claim it. Wow. I think you should.
I'm gonna claim it.
I think you should.
So we're excited to have her on next week.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
I know it's wrong, dude. It's kind of coming out there. I know, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well, it's time for Shamar Moore.
I'm not going to even touch on that one.
Is it?
It's time. It's time for Shamar Moore.
All right.
Ray, you're going to stop the live. We're going to have a 1-minute chat. Regina, stay on.
Okay. I'm going to stop the live. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Appreciate you guys.